Hi, Kenny McCarthy here from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Let's talk about some of the houses I saw this week. 20 Frank Street for $358,000 in Rockport was a nice cape, newer cape as I remember, probably only 10 or 15 years old. It's on the inland side off of Thatcher Road, and the place was in really good shape. And for that price in Rockport, I didn't expect it to last long, and it didn't. It's already under agreement. 49 Thatcher Road for $510,000 is on the water side. A little bit older house. You had to walk down almost a full flight of granite steps to get to the house. The house was kind of set in a, kind of like an elbow of rocks and gardens and ferns. It was a really nice setting, and it had some views out the back, out towards Long Beach. This is in the Long Beach area of Rockport, kind of just north of Good Harbor Beach on 127A. But nice house. 227 Granite Street, Unit 3C. This is a condominium in one of those big older homes up in Pigeon Cove, right on Route 127. This is on for $175. It's on the second floor. I don't think this one's going to last. It was in really nice shape. The building is a really cleverly done older building. The building was built in the late 1800s. It's got porches and just really some really nice features. It's not a small complex, it's not a large complex. I think there's 12 or 14 units there, so it's well kept, and it would be a great place to hang your hat. The one drawback, if you were going to use it as a second home, is you got to have your car. You got to use your car to go anywhere because you're in Pigeon Cove. So then we have 840 to 844 Washington Street in Gloucester for $545. This is Annisquam. Washington Street is Route 127. This is a first period property with a huge lot, and it's only $545,000. So that should tell you a little bit about the shape it's in. It needs some updating. It's very livable, but it definitely needs some updating. And for those of you that aren't familiar with what a first period is, first period means it was built in the 1700s. Usually between 1730 and 1770 is considered the first period. This house, nothing's plumb, straight, even, square, smooth. However, like I said, everything creaks, by the way, but for the right person, and there are a lot of people out there that just love first period properties. And this has a really nice lot, and it's in Annisquam. So to get into Annisquam in a single family home with a big lot for $545 is a good buy. 24 Lufkin Point Lane. We're going to slip over into Essex for this one for $795,000. This house has drop-down, gorgeous views. It's got its own dock and its own float, which is Chapter 91 approved. The water there goes down to almost mud, or it does go down to mud twice a day. But for a long time each day, for several hours each day, you can pass in and out. It's a marshy view out towards the Annisquam. The property itself has been completely rehabbed. It's a 2-bedroom house, but if I remember correctly, it had 6 or 7 rooms in the house. The house is on a tight tank, which means the septic system needs to be pumped, every 12 or 1,400 gallons, and it costs about 5 or 6 cents a gallon to have them pumped. The house itself is in great shape, and for somebody that wants to live there for as a second property, it could really work out well. One downside is it did have a spiral staircase to the second floor, so that would bum a lot of people out. And finally, we have 100 Essex Ave in Gloucester for $264,900. This is a single-family house. It was 3 bedrooms, if I remember right. Kitchen has recently been done over, as have the 2 bathrooms. The people that bought this house, I know a little of the backstory. They bought it a couple of years ago and never lived in it. They did some rehab work on it and instantly rented it out. So it's been rented for a couple of years. It's got a nice little yard. Essex Ave is a busy street. However, this house is walking distance from the boulevard, and the yard was fenced, so if you have kids or dogs or whatever, it could be a nice, safe backyard. The house needs paint and inside now, because of the tenants, but for $264,900, it's a good value. It's on city sewer too. So that's half a dozen of the houses I saw this week. My name's Kenny McCarthy from Gloucester, Massachusetts.